Welcome to the final matchup in this Best of Ronnie Coleman series. 1998 versus 1999 Olympia versions. These are the best two of the Olympia versions in my opinion. 1998 is taking a beating here by 99. Look at the conditioning. Much better. Looks a little bit more vascular as well. And when you look at the quads, much more separation in 99. And if it wasn't enough that he is in better condition, notice the left teat of the 1998 version of Coleman. He has some gyno, pretty evident here in the front relaxed position. Like I said, 98 takes a pounding. 1999 gets a good solid point here in the first front relaxed position. 99 scoops up a second point here in the front double bicep pose. Look at the legs, a little bit larger, I would say. Not only that, but I detect a little bit of stomach distension in 1998. Just a little bit there. Especially when you compare to that little tiny trim waist of 1999. Not only that, but I think the guns themselves are a little bit larger of the 1999 version of Ronnie Coleman. 2-0. Looks like it's a dominant victory so far for 1999. The front lat spread is slightly inconclusive. When you look at the leg development, this time 1998 has a slight advantage. You can see the inner thighs there seem to be a little bit better conditioned. When you look at the lat spread, he has filled out his lat region much better of the 98 version. But I say maybe a slight edge here because when you look at the delts, they seem to be quite oblonged. And he's not snapping the shot quite as good as he is perhaps in 1998. You can see, or 1999, you can see the delts are both quite large of that version. But like I said, at the end of the day, maybe a slight edge to 1998. And hold the bus, don't write 1998 off at all. Have a look at this rear double bicep comparison. The traps seem to be a little bit larger and more vascular. Not only that, but the V-taper favors 98 for sure. Wow, this is a little bit of a topsy-turvy event. Of course, we have to be very thorough in this one. It is the finals, so let's have another rear double bicep comparison. And I'm going to call this a slight edge for 1998. With both of the poses, I'm not going to give him two points for this. I'm just going to call it a slight edge for the rear double bicep for 1998. But it is a little bit closer here in this comparison. 1999 is definitely standing up for himself, so it's not a total blowout by any means. Now here in the rear lat spread, I would definitely call this a pretty good victory for 1998. The thin skin is a definite advantage. Look at the Christmas tree area, much more defined. Those lats themselves are far greater. I don't know you guys, 1999 is in trouble. But I mean, look at the size of those traps. Might be a little bit larger of 99, but the tie-ins, the lower lat insertions, a little bit more evident in 98. And like I said, this is the finals, so it is good to be thorough. So you might want to pause this, go have a protein shake, a couple of vitamins, and come back into the rest of the action. I don't know, this is a little bit closer here. 1999 has a good Christmas tree in this comparison. But still, look at the lats. I think they're a little bit better in 98. They jet out perhaps a little bit wider. Boeing 747 jet, anyone? But again, those traps are bigger in 99 in this pose. Rear double bicep, they look bigger in 98. Very confusing situation indeed. 98 gets a slight edge in the rear lat spread. And we'll finish off the back comparisons with this nice little rear relaxed position. I have 98 once again getting a slight edge. I am a firm believer that 98 has a little bit better of a back than 99. Might ruffle a few feathers, but the evidence is clear. It's right in front of our face here. Those lats are just reaching out a little bit farther. You can see those fingers just reaching. The traps themselves are bigger in 99, I will give you that. But at the end of the day, even the hamstrings, the glutes, seem to be a little bit drier. Well, maybe not the glutes, but look at the hamstrings. Definitely some more separation in this picture anyway. So 1998 gets one more point. This side chest pose is a definite hard one to pick a winner in. First of all, those legs are much better in 98 due to the angle, I believe. But when you look at the thin skin, the advantage goes to 98 strongly. But then you look at the delts. Look at the mass, the width that he presents in this shot. Makes 98 look like an amateur, so I am at a loss with this one. Very inconclusive, but of course, let's have another side chest comparison. And I think I may remain inconclusive with this side chest pose. There's features of each that I like, but it just really doesn't add up for me to say for sure that one is better than the other. Thin skin in 98, big giant delts of 99. Of course, the delts are pretty big there in the close arm of 98. But like I said, I'm not going to say one's better than the other. Let's go to the next comparison. I'm actually leaning towards 1999 in this comparison. It's hard to tell by the angle that he's posing at, but when you look at the arm, the tricep itself seems to be much bigger and more fully developed in 99. And those delts it's more evident here in this shot here. The delts are far greater in size. So 99 takes a point here. Now, this is a very interesting situation, in my opinion, in this hand-clasped most muscular. I always thought the 98 most muscular, in particular this version, was just the best, couldn't be beat. But it's evident here when you do the comparison, 99 is way bigger. Look at the arms, separation in those legs as well. Gets a definite point here in this comparison. But of course, we're going to throw in a couple of extra most musculars and collectively we'll make 1 point for whoever wins the most muscular overall. And it is only fair because actually 98 looks a little bit more comparable here in this one. But the more I look, I'm not going to go out and say 98 is the better year in this pose. One arm actually looks bigger in one pose, and then the other arm looks bigger in the other year. So it's a little bit of a confusing situation. I don't know, a slight edge to 1998, but like I said, that first most muscular, I'm still saying 99 because of that dominant victory in that first comparison. But there's one more here, and I'm actually going to stick with my first choice of 1999. That first comparison was by far the most dominant victory in any of these three. This one is slightly inconclusive. That thin skin is hard to ignore in 1998. Of course, if you really look there, the arms are bigger. Look at the delts, the difference of the size of those shoulders. Maybe a little bit more straight in 98 though. If these cameras were a little bit lower, I think I know we'd be able to see, from what little we can see here, the separation in those legs. Much better in 99. Not only that, but ladies and gentlemen, I think he has a better set of abs. The ab separation is a little bit better in 1999. Having said that, going by the first most muscular comparison, 1999 gets one more point. And it has come down to this one final pose. And based on my judging system, it is basically an exact tie right now. Taking certain things into consideration, this ab and thigh is almost too close to call. Of course, those thighs, 99 is getting the edge for sure. He's really showing his obliques real nice there. 98, perhaps in better condition, but it's hard to say. He's at a different angle. I hate to make a decision based on this pose here. 99 might be getting a slight edge. But ladies and gentlemen, I took a lot of things into consideration in this competition, and this is the finals, so I want to make a good, educated decision on this. So here is my winner, 1999, and it is because of this pose right here. This was, in my opinion, the most dominant victory in this entire competition. Not only was he in better condition in the front relax, but that gyno really hurts him. So, a little bit of a stipulation here, but Come on, ladies and gentlemen, this is a pretty dominant victory in the front relaxed position. So here's your overall winner of this entire tournament. 1999 Olympia version of Ronnie Coleman. And as always, I'd like to thank all you guys for tuning in to see who won this thing. And of course, it goes without saying, I'd like to thank Ronnie Coleman for all of his hard work and determination that he put into the sport and created the best bodybuilder that ever stepped on stage. And in my opinion, 99 was his best version, at least in terms of the Olympia standings. Of course, the 2001 Arnold Classic will be knocking on 99's door soon enough. Hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.